Spa Grand Prix, day 1. Hello. And these are the seats for now.
It's like if I truly still wanted it, had that desire, then I can work from.
First F1 practice session has begun. It's a bit wet now. Red flag. Okay, so practice finished. Lasted an hour, of course, but absolutely soaked. Then, as you probably would imagine, the rain has now stopped, so we have about, I think, 2.5 hours to kill before qualifying starts. I think it's like 5 p.m. till 6 p.m. So I think we're just going to try and walk around as much of the track as possible and hopefully try and scout out some different positions to view from as well. Obviously it all comes down to Sunday, to the Grand Prix, but it's obviously going to be a lot busier, so we're going to try and find out the perfect spot to view from. Also probably going to get some food as well. And here's a bit of Formula 3 for you. F1 qualifying about to begin, and look at this weather. This came out so nice now. Cheers. And we are back to the campsite. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually getting pretty dark now. Now I know what you're thinking. Didn't qualifying finish at like 6 p.m, 6:30 p.m? Yes, it did. Very painful ending to the evening. It's taken us 3 hours to get back to the campsite, which is only like 25 minutes away. So long story short, we went the wrong way back to the car park. So we actually planned, because we're sort of halfway around the track, we sort of planned to go, you know, basically continue the other way around and do a full loop rather than go back the way we came. And it just so turns out that you cannot get all the way around, so we basically walked all the way to the end, and there was probably a couple of 100 meters to go, and then they said you can't go down there. So that was fun. We had to walk half the way back. Then we went through a tunnel, which I don't think we should have walked through, but some guy let us through anyway, because it was at the back of the garages, and it's like where the paddock members and that goes. So I don't think we was properly authorised to go there, but I don't know, that was cool to go there, I suppose. And then we eventually, after asking so many people, eventually found our way back to the car park. Of course, the car park is absolutely covered in mud. We was kind of sliding sideways getting out of there, but we managed to do it. And then about, I don't know, 10 roads were closed, so we had to go right, but we couldn't, so we went left, then went right, and then we still couldn't go right, so we had to go left again. And then we wanted to go right, but we still couldn't go right, so we had to go take a massive diversion in, you know, so much traffic. And now we are back home. So, well, back home, we're not back home, we're back at the campsite where we're staying for like 4 nights in total. But yeah, let's hope tomorrow goes a little bit smoother. Looking forward to it. It is the sprint race, which never seen before. They only have like a few of these a season, so it's good to see one of these live in person. And yeah, I think I need to eat now. Very, very hungry, and get an early night hopefully. Come on. Come on, Oscar. Come on now. Spa, day 2, Saturday. Sprint day today. So this is where we're currently at. The walk was quite a bit further today because the usual car park was closed, and I'd say what, it's a good couple of miles, isn't it? So we're here literally 10 minutes before the qualifying starts for the sprint race, and this is as good as we're going to get for now, really. Once the qualifying's finished, we can then walk further around and find a more suitable sitting area for later on for the actual sprint race. Still raining though. So then, of course, Formula 1 sprint qualifying finished. These are our new seats. So you have the start-finish line just down there, along with the pits. race going on at the moment. Suddenly got a little bit wet. We're finally now back underway. So after about 5 laps of the safety car, we're going to get a rolling start finally. Well then, that is sprint day now done. Verstappen won, of course, not really a surprise there. Only ended up being 11 laps. Only ended up being 11 laps though, because the safety car had to go around for like 4 or 5. So yeah, once it eventually got going and once it dried out, it was quite a good sprint race to be honest. But I guess now on to tomorrow, to the Grand Prix. So it is another new day. It is of course Sunday, Grand Prix day. Arrived nice and early today, around 8:30, 9 o'clock. As you can see, still very busy though. We're in there pretty much in the same spot that we was yesterday. We have a slightly better view of the screen today. Just now watching the F3, which has been a pretty exciting race actually. Now I think it should be followed by the F2. And of course the F1 Grand Prix, which is at 3 PM today, so looking forward to that. F1 Grand Prix is about to begin. Here we go. That smoke should tell you everything you need to know. Verstappen win and a 1-2 for Red Bull. No surprise really. Okay, so it's actually a couple of days later now. We're still on the same trip. So the whole Belgian Grand Prix, Belgium F1 Grand Prix, that was only a small part of our trip, but I just wanted to make this a separate video for the entire weekend. And I wanted to give my overall thoughts. So yeah, I want to say I had a lot of fun on the weekend. It was a great experience. Now, I should probably say I'm not the biggest F1 fan. I mean, I like it, I enjoy it, I appreciate it, but I don't really watch it much on the TV. I think it's a lot different going there and seeing it in person. It's a completely different experience. And if you have never ever, you know, gone to see an F1 Grand Prix live, then you must do it. You just have to do it because it's completely different to what you see on the TV. Now, you could say you see less of the action in person. That's probably true. You know, you can only see so much of the track from where you're sitting. Of course, you have screens and the like as well. But, you know, when you're sitting home watching it on your TV, you can see pretty much every angle of the track. You can see exactly where all the cars are and all the rest of it. But yeah, nothing beats viewing it in person for sure. I'm glad that I done it. I think my dad had a good time as well. I don't know if I mentioned, but this whole weekend was a 60th birthday present for my dad. It's supposed to be like 3 years ago, but we know what kind of happened over the past couple of years, so it got delayed, then delayed again, then delayed again. So yeah, glad that we finally managed to do it. The weather, should we talk about the weather? I mean, it's Belgium, it's you know, spa-francorchamps. It's probably not going to be, you know, the best at times. It definitely wasn't the best at times, but it was better than I expected. So I think the forecast for the weekend was supposed to be like raining like non-stop, but I think for Friday it rained on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. Saturday, I think it rained in the morning, then like for the entire afternoon it was like perfect. And then I think it was on the Sunday where it barely rained at all. I think we had like a shower of about half an hour, and then the rest of the day was lovely. So yeah, really couldn't complain with the weather, but that is something to note. Don't expect, you know, just because it's in the middle of July or August, whenever it may be in the future, don't expect it to be very sunny or warm. There's a good chance it will rain because it just where it is located in Belgium. But yeah, with that being said, it really didn't affect our experience. You know, it's just water at the end of the day. We don't really mind getting wet. We took waterproofs, we took an umbrella, so yeah, we sort of limited how wet we got. But yeah, still had a great time, great experience, and they definitely sound better in person. That's what I will say. They definitely sound better in person compared to what they sound like on TV. It's also worth watching the F3 and the F2 as well. In my opinion, I think the F3 actually sound the best. I'm pretty sure they are naturally aspirated, so generally they are going to sound better anyway. But yeah, if you are going, like I said, for a weekend, watch the F3, watch the F2, and then to top it all off, watch the F1, of course. I'm sure I'll do something like this again in the future, whether or not it'll be the Belgian Grand Prix or it will possibly be another one in Europe. I don't know. I've already done Silverstone. I think I've done that in like 2015, I want to say. So it was a good 8 years ago now. Wow, that's, yeah, that was, time has really flown. But yeah, I'll probably look to do another one at some point in the future with my dad, of course. But yeah, we'll see how things go. This video is probably way too long now, and yeah, should probably wrap things up. So hopefully you all have enjoyed it. Like I said, I had a great time, I had a great weekend, and if you are thinking of doing something like this, just do it, because you know, you only live once and life is all about experiences. So yeah, like I said, I hope you all have enjoyed this video anyway. Please remember to give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll see you all in the next one.